So I just downloaded you, and this is crazy, but here's 5.04, so play me maybe. Yeah, okay, that didn't work. Oh well. Getting the head shake from the red flare. We'll move on. Hi, I'm Flame Flash, and this is FlameFlash.net podcast episode 68. If you can't tell, I'm super excited about World of Warcraft patch 5.0.4. Mists is on the horizon. But before we venture into the mists, let's hit the Raptor report. It's small this week. I wonder why. World of Warcraft, anyone? New Super Mario Bros. 2 arrived. It arrived at the perfectly wrong time. Come on, guys. I really should have just gotten faster delivery speeds or something. But it's a great game. I'm loving it for the little bit I've had an opportunity to play it. My one beef is that you need multiple copies of the same cartridge to play co-op. It's my one beef. That's it. That's all. Cool. The Sims 3. So, sit back, relax. You want something mindless? Sims 3's got that in spades. Have a god complex? Has that in spades. Feel like being an evil individual because somebody's ticked you off? Well, you can kill their likeness. It's got that in spades. Not to say that I've done any of those things. At all. No, not at all. But it's still a strong game. It still holds up. Supernatural's coming out on the horizon. Seasons is on the horizon. I may not talk about Sims 3 much, but it's got a lot of potential ahead of it. I really hope, and I'll say it again, that Steam gets everything else. We're missing some stuff packs. We're going to be missing this next expansion. Just come on, guys. EA, mend this bridge with Valve and get your crap where it belongs. On the easiest to use, downloadable store on the internet. Just no brainer. Stop shooting yourselves in the foot. Terraria was played. Son played it. Daughter played it. I haven't. We'll move from there. Because we have World of Warcraft. In preparation for 5.0.4, did quite a few heroic instances this last weekend. So my rep for the last 3 factions that I need is almost to Exalted. Almost there! Fortunately, this new account-bound achievement process, which currently thinks I have scored a massive amount, 78 achievements in one day. Yay, Raptor. But, wow, we just transitioned straight into news. Oh well. The account-bound achievements means you score meta achievements account-bound as well now. We posted something about this on Monk of Mists, the 5.0.4 video guide that Blizzard put out. Fantastic. It's short, it's sweet, it overviews everything that changed yesterday. Go check it out. Now, the other absolutely huge piece of news. The remote auction house guild chat is now free for your smartphone. So you can go to your Android, Google Play Store, or the App Store. I'm currently charging, so it's plugged in. And get this free app, log in, and chat with your guildies on your phone. Some data charges may apply. It's great. As one of the newly appointed assistant guild masters of the guild, it's been great to make myself available and yet still enjoy family time. in case some drama bomb goes off. Not that it ever does in the guild I'm in, but just in case, I'd be there. I'd be available. Or when, say, some of the favorite folks of the guild that I've, been in multiple guilds with at this point show up, awesome. There they are. I can say hello or no to hop in game and be able to hang out that way. One of them prefers Vent, for instance. But 5.0.4. It's here. It's awesome. You have to go and experience this for yourself. As I outlined in my initial reaction, went in, started getting into all of the characters, and I've realized I'm going to need to go back. I have this absolutely fantastic World of Warcraft Cataclysm mouse. Aww. I have the Nostro, which I believe I've shown off before. And I'm not using these devices to their fullest potential. 5.0.4 is the absolutely perfect opportunity for me to go, heck with the bars. Heck with my cast bars. I'm redoing it all. All my add-ons broke. All of the class-based abilities have changed, or at least have been modified enough to make me want to restudy every single little spell and understand what it does again. Holy crap. So, for instance, on my Worgen Warrior. Back to the mouse. Has 5 buttons here on the side, thumb buttons. So, the first 5 buttons on my secondary bottom right cast bar, boom, right there. So I can go 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and I can go 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 right here. And be able to cast those 5 extra abilities. Then you start mixing in macros, so you hit Alt and button 3, Psychic Scream on the priest. Don't hit Alt and hit the button 3, Psyfiend right there, screaming at everybody in your stead. Perfect. I am going to reconsider the Psyfiend Psychic Scream Alt mod key because I'm mostly player versus environment, and it's really a toss-up when I think about it between this and Dominate Mind. We'll have to look into it more. I'm probably going to stay with this and then glyph it so that they just stand there and shake in their boots, and then I can get out of the way and not aggro anything else. But I'm also going to set it up as a cast sequence reset macro. That's what Red Flare prefers, as opposed to using modifier keys. Her keyboard stinks and she refuses to use the wireless one I bought her. We inspired another head shaking. But I don't see you using it right now, dear. Oh, now she's reaching for it. There we go. Uh-huh. Oh, she puts it in her lap and then ignores it. That's right. Yeah. One of these days we're going to get her on the podcast. Emphatic head shake on that one. That's all I get out of her during the podcast sometimes. But anyway, we're going to put it on a cast sequence macro so that, while Psychic Scream's on cooldown or Psyfiend, whichever one has the longer cast, probably Psychic Scream, just because it's instant, while Psyfiend you drop it at your feet and then it's looking around for targets and screaming at them with a cast time. So, burn your Psychic Scream, oh crap, something else is on you, then you can burn your Psyfiend. Or you burn your Psychic Scream, your Psyfiend button is just sitting there mocking you, and the cooldown comes down, so the macro resets. It's /, cast sequence, all one word, Psychic Scream, semicolon, Psyfiend. In there, we would also put, after the cast sequence, space, reset equals however many seconds the cooldown is. So 30, we'll say. I'll have to reacquaint myself yet again to my priest's abilities, that's for sure. But I'm loving it. I'm going to go back through on my Horde alts probably tonight and retool their bars again before finally venturing into my higher level Alliance characters and fully consolidating all of my pets, mounts, and achievements. In this stage of the game, if I don't update all my characters, I'm not going to be as interested in playing them. So I'm going to leave my couple of Death Knights on random servers alone. No need to waste time on them. Standardize the UI of my Goblin Death Knight, for instance, and then I could take a screenshot and take it back to them at a later date. But I'm loving it. I've ranted about it enough. I'm eager to get back in there, actually. But before we do, World of Warcraft reference. This is just a World of Warcraft show tonight. I apologize if you're not a fan of World of Warcraft. But if you're not a fan of World of Warcraft, you probably aren't listening to me anyway, because that's probably how you found me, at least slightly. But, character history curious. WarcraftRealms.com. Monk of Mist is going to get a link to it. And you can see the history of your character. It's pretty humbling realizing how much time you've invested in a character, watching some of the levels that are reported by the server and the client slowly climb up. It's pretty cool. Likewise, if you want to participate in the Demise of Theramore, the Mists of Pandaria event, it's a pretty lame event when you consider it's also going to be a scenario in Mists, a level 90 scenario, but for the week approaching Mist's launch, at level 85 you'll be able to participate in either the Attack on Theramore or the Defense of Theramore scenario, Horde or Alliance. You'll get a tabard that you can plant in the ground, similar to the Darkmoon Faire or Guild tabard that you can throw on the ground for honor, or the one that you craft for Darkmoon Faire for the tailoring quest. And then Horde get a mana bomb. I'm not sure at all what it does yet. The description wasn't overly useful from Wowhead, but I still wish I had a level 85 alt Horde. Maybe if I accomplish my Kata bucket list, I'll go and try to power level 1, just so I can see it Horde side as well. We'll leave World of Warcraft aside for a second, and with a friendly warning for privacy. Facebook. Apps can now share your information easier. There's not going to be a nice big warning of what are we sharing, look out here, right here on bottom of your screen is a warning. No. Fine print off to the right. My best recommendation, make a fake account. Fake name, fake location, fake everything. Gmail emails are free. Sign up with that, and then play your games. If you really like the Facebook games, do it that way. Or join World of Warcraft and level up your rep with the Tillers. Because come Mists of Pandaria, you can do Farmville. And last but not least, the Wii U news. I really would like to see some of these supposed launch titles out in flesh, but the rumors right now, quote unquote, are pointing to November 18th as the Wii U launch date. I'm desperately needing to see some reason to buy a Wii U at launch, Nintendo. Come on. Usually we wait until at least the first price drop of any new console, but I'm waiting. Mario Universe, that's it. That's, new Super Mario Brothers. I've got that on my 3DS. Why would I be upgrading from Mass Effect 3? I'd get that on the Xbox so I can play through 1 and 2. Batman Arkham City? I have that on the PS3 already. Still need to play it. It's on my backlog. I'm still playing through Arkham Asylum, actually. Quite impressed with that one. Just haven't had a chance to go back to it recently. I've got a backlog. So I just don't see the need to go get a Wii U. Not with World of Warcraft, Mists of Pandaria on the horizon, and the backlog of awesome games that I am sitting on. Convince me, Nintendo. Convince me. I'd like to be convinced. Instead of having to brush off the dust from my GameCube so that the kids can still play GameCube games when we retire the Wii. Because we still play GameCube games. Still ticked about that, can you tell? Anyway, 5.0.4 is out. I'm going to start this encoding. Chrome just completely refused to launch, so I'm sorry, chat room, I couldn't monitor you this time around. And I'm off to Curse Client to download more add-on updates, and I'll see you in Mists. This is Flame Flash on Twitter, podcast at flameflash.net. We're over on Facebook. We're over on the web, flameflash.net. Straightforward. Monk of Mists, if you're wanting to get World of Warcraft specific. And Raptor, RAPTR/Flameflash, for all my gaming profiles. One central place. No need to go elsewhere. Check it out. With that, good luck in the mists. Have fun.